I rarely speak on boxing nowadays because it's become a clusterfuck of a sport. Because now the business side and the popularity and the politics and all the bullshit that come along with promotional companies, purse splits, um, all kinds of different factors when it comes to the actual making the fight that's supposed to be a sport that the fans appreciate. That want to see the best fight the best. It's not really happening right now. And then when we get it, we get bullshit with it. So this is my problem. We got Ryan Garcia on X, which is formerly known as Twitter, saying, if I was Devin, I'd vacate and tell Mauricio to give me the belt if I was him. The arrogance of this man who missed weight. Now, it is not champion or champion caliber to miss weight. You're not championship material if you don't make weight. He deliberately went on social media, on X, formerly known as Twitter, and said that he basically missed weight so that he can have an advantage. Because when you make weight, you have to drain out all your electrolytes and all probably protein and all kind of stuff just to make weight. So it's a very egregious, strenuous process to juice down, because a lot of times people who in these weight classes underneath 200 pounds walk around 20 and 30 pounds heavier than their fight weight. So it takes a lot out of them. So it takes a real champion on the night before the fight to get down and make weight, so that way they can hydrate back up to wherever they're going to fight at the following day. But for him to be that much of a prima donna, that much of a diva in this era, shows you the mentality of a lot of these fighters. He's entitled. He's not a real champion. This is a matter of fact. This would have been probably, if I'm not mistaken, his first time actually fighting for a valid title, because he didn't even win it when he fought against Tank Davis last year. That wasn't even a title fight. It was a money fight. So this is what I'm saying. A lot of the times these people, they fight for not for legacy reasons. They fight for adulation and money, and that's cool too, because this at the end of the day, this is a hurt business. You have to get paid for what you do, but they've taken the sport element out of it, and which that is also turned off the fans, which is the reason why boxing in itself is as a money making entity is starting to dry up. You're starting to see way less networks showing boxing. There used to be multiple networks at one point, especially at PPC at its height. It had like 5 different networks. There's only a couple of apps now that show boxing on the regular. But at the end of the day, when we talk about Ryan Garcia, he is a good fighter, but his greatness has not really been seen yet, because there's been a lot of circumstances. When he fought Tank Davis last year, he had, in order to make that big money fight, that's what it was, the big money fight, it wasn't a championship fight. He had to go all the way down to like 135 and rehydrate to only like 10 pounds over, and that was for the advantage of Tank. The excuse was Tank is a little guy, and he's a money man, so you got to go to his terms. You want this big money fight, you're gonna have to get all the way down and juice yourself all the way down and drain yourself to make this money. And that's what he did. And when he got to that point, this man folded. He claimed he had a rib injury. He also said that the rehydration clause, he didn't have what he needed to basically have his strength intact, and which is valid. I get it. So now he wants to try to campaign with Tank again at a higher weight of, like, I believe he wanted to catch weight of 144, something just underneath the welterweight limit, because he says he can't get down to 135 or 140 anymore. But as we see, it's because he's lazy. He drinks, he does whatever he wants to do. Don't tell him what type of substances he's on. He wants to be like he was when he fought against Devin Haney this past weekend, which is juice to the gills allegedly, and full of whatever substance that he wanted to be full of with his full strength, and to maximize his power and his strength. Devin unfortunately agreed that he wanted to continue to fight because he has no quit in him. He's a dog. He could have taken another when because this is supposed to be a title fight. He could have chosen to fight another fighter in place of Ryan, but because they have a history, he wanted to prove that he's a true champion. He's going to take on all comers. Unfortunately, in the business of boxing, you always come up short when you try to play for the sport of boxing. And this is the disgusting part of boxing that I hate, is that the man who's trying to be an ambassador for the sports and do what the fans want you to do and show up, they get penalized with the bullshit when it's all said and done. When all the politics are played and all the bullshit, all the people who bullshit the sport, it seems like they continue to win, while the true champions and the true warriors get fucked over, no matter what. And you can say whatever you want about, yes, he agreed to it, but Devin got fucked over in the sport, and he's a true champion. He got up and underneath his time of pressure. Ryan Garcia folded and gave up and quit underneath his time of pressure. And that's the motherfucking difference.